Although a sensitive topic to some, purchasable game items have served to keep multiple game communities alive past their release. With a common criticism being their price, we're here to point out how expensive they can get, and maybe lift some of the guilt you might feel about items that only cost a few dollars. Hey guys, ArcadeCloud here, and today we're counting down the top 10 most expensive virtual items. If you're new to our channel, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with some friends. It's free. At number 10, we have the Op Dragon Lore from CSGO, factory new, and it costs about $2,000 on average. Let's start this list off the right way. You know we couldn't make this list without including a skin from Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and we're gonna stay clear of the gambling jokes for this entry. We've gone for one of the ones on the top shelf, the Dragon Lore. The Dragon Lore is a Valve-created skin retailing for over $2,000 on the Steam store for the Factory New edition. The wear ranges from Factory New to the comparatively cheaper Well-Worn and Battle-Scarred, which both, let's face it, look a lot better anyway. Those priced at $750 and $520 respectively. The skin is part of the Cobblestone collection, though is definitely the most expensive item included by a long shot. The next item that even comes close in the collection is the Knight, which retails for around $400. At number 9, we have the Diablo III Manticore Crossbow, that retails for about $3,500. The year is 2013. December, in fact, and one Diablo III player, ShineCDN, finds the Manticore crossbow in the Tower of the Damned after playing 1,500 hours of the game, along with a bunch of other not really as valuable loot. The crossbow boasted high-end stats, almost 1,500 damage per second, and Shine didn't realize just how lucky he was until bringing it up to D2JSP, geez that's a mouthful, a trading discussion forum, and Reddit asking if he just won the lottery. The item ended up being sold for $3,500 after multiple offers from anonymous bidders on the forum. The item was quite a shock to multiple members of the Diablo community, with one user claiming that he didn't know Manticores could break 1,400 DPS. Don't hold out on finding similarly priced items though. Multiple fans of the game have confirmed that this is a rare occurrence. At number 8, we have the RuneScape Blue Party Hat that retails for $5,400. One of the most expensive items in all of the 2001 meme-tastic classic RPG RuneScape, the Blue Party Hat is a holiday item that dates back to the Christmas event of 2001. Though offering no armor or damage reduction, being worth only 1 coin, and being entirely an aesthetic item, it's the state of this item, being discontinued for 16 years, that prices the item at $5,400 on RPG Stash, currently reduced from $5,887. The Blue Party Hat, according to the RuneScape wiki, plays a small but notable role in the Wise Old Man storyline, stealing the hat from the ashes of the character Elfenlocks after killing her during the Draenor bank robbery. During the Swan Song quest, a quest about the adventuring life of the Wise Old Man, the player has the ability to ask him for the hat, to which he refuses. A shame to most players, I assume, as this action could end up making the player much better off. At number 7, we have the Revenant Super Carrier from EVE Online, which retails for about $9,000. Developer CCP describes EVE Online as a free-to-play community-driven spaceship MMO. Ships in this game regularly fetch values of several $1,000s, but one ship's worth totaled $9,000 due to the blueprint's incredibly low drop rate. That ship is the Revenant Super Carrier, a ship developed by the in-game organization Sancha's Nation, and also happens to be worth around $9,000 or between 280 billion and 330 billion ISK, the in-game currency. In 2013, one of these ships was destroyed for the very first time by members of Black Legion, and it's safe to say the player on the receiving end is likely still recovering from a very expensive loss. At number 6, we have World of Warcraft with the level 70 Night Elf Rogue Zezwo, who retailed for about $9,500. In 2007, a World of Warcraft player from the Method Guild sold his level 70 Night Elf Rogue character Zezwo for $9,000 to a player who renamed the character Shax. The character was priced as such because of its possessed items, including the Twin Blades of Azeroth, a legendary level 156 weapon set. Both the creator of the character and his guild Guild declined to give a comment about the sale, though multiple players aware of the sale got in touch with various news networks, one claiming that the transaction only took place due to financial struggles. According to Engadget, Shaxx was having fun playing pretty badly with the new character until the account was banned on the 3rd of September 2007 for violating Blizzard's rules on selling accounts, which seems like money well spent. In an interview with the BBC, the editor of a World of Warcraft website pointed out that it generally takes an average person anything up to 600 gameplay hours to reach the highest level. The problem is, though, you have no idea how to play the character properly. Around the time this was newsworthy, Blizzard was reportedly banning around 100,000 accounts in a month for cheating or account selling, the reason being to promote a fun environment for all players. At number 5, we have Team Fortress 2 with the Burning Flames Killer exclusive, retailing for about $12,000. In 2015, Team Fortress 2 player Bobsplosion ended up selling the rare Burning Flames Killer exclusive level 10 hat for 6,000 keys, which roughly translates to $12,000. The hat is a rare, unsurprisingly, cosmetic in-game item with fire effects that's particularly coveted within the TF2 community due to its effect and good aesthetic. After the trade was completed, Bobsplosion took to Reddit, pointing out that the significant part of this transaction was the currency, that it was paid for entirely in keys. Not unusuals, not cash, keys. The trade reportedly took almost 3 hours to complete, though both participants were happy at the end of it. In the post, Bobsplosion mentions it might be the largest key-based trade in TF2, or at least pulling very close to being the largest. The irony of spending more than the price of a new car on a hat in a free-to-play video game wasn't lost on the commenters, though, and the discussion pretty quickly turned into a conversation about student loans. At number 4, we have Age of Wushu with the dragon-slaying saber, which retails for about $16,000. In late December 2011, shortly after the release of the beta code version of Age of Wushu, a one-of-a-kind dragon-slaying saber was sold to a man for 100,000 won, or $16,000, available for use in-game when the game launched in China in August of 2012. To mark the beta code release, the developer Snail Games held an online auction in which players excited for the game could bid for exclusive items to use in the game. As well as the $16,000 sword, other limited items sold involved a lordly spear sheath limited to 5 units, which was sold for $2,500, or a hook of departure sheath limited to 10 units, which fetched $1,600 in the auction, and on the lower end, items went for just a handful of dollars. At number 3, we have Amsterdam from Second Life, which retailed for about $50,000. Probably the most difficult to believe item on the whole list, number 3 is the city of Amsterdam that comes in with a purchase of a giant $50,000 from an anonymous buyer. Okay, obviously it's not the real city of Amsterdam. Instead, it's the virtual sex business painstakingly remade out of real-life photos in the infamous 2003 title Second Life by Kevin Alderman, who went under the username Stroker Serpentine. Second Life is a game which is marketed as having no real objective other than to, as the name might suggest, act as a second life for its users. Amsterdam, according to sources, was one of the most popular sites in Second Life, with the map consisting of a highly detailed reproduction of the red light district from the real-world city. The majority of the shops sell various sexual items, and a large number of streetwalkers use the site as a place to advertise cybersex, Information Week explains. At number 2, we have our first entry from Entropia Universe, the Crystal Palace Space Station, which retailed for about $330,000. Entropia Universe is an MMO virtual world developed by the Swedish company Mindark. Entropia Universe has the feature of containing its own virtual currency that can be converted into dollars, which adds value to locations in the game. In 2009, Buzz Eric Lightyear purchased the Crystal Palace Space Station for $330,000 real-world dollars. Quite a jump from the last item on our list. This might seem like an incredibly dumb purchase to make for what amounts to a fictional area of land, but Entropia Universe requires money to pay for resources in which to do the main activities in-game with. Users can buy and sell objects in-game, which makes the purchase of the space station not as pointless as you might have first thought, especially when the station features biodomes, bars, and auctions. Very little information is is known as to whether Eric made any money back on his purchase, but there has been speculation around the community as to whether Mindark funded this purchase and the next purchase on our list for the sake of marketing, though it isn't confirmed. And finally, at number 1, we have the last entry from Entropia Universe, Club Never Die, which sold for $635,000. We've decided to limit the number of times the game can appear on the list to 2 appearances for this reason, otherwise it would just turn into an Entropia Universe most expensive sales list, with other locations such as Treasure Island and items such as the Nest Egg. Entropia is an expensive game. Club Never Die, a resort on an asteroid, was sold by an Entropia player, John Never Die Jacobs, who reported earning $200,000 per year in revenue after buying the property for $100,000. $335,000 were paid by the user John Foma Kaloon, with $300,000 more coming in from 12 other users. Jacobs soon started a development company known as Never Die Studios, which promptly launched Rocktopia, a music-themed planet in the Entropia universe that, according to Singularity Hub, generates $10 per participating user every month. And there you have it, our list of the top 10 most expensive virtual items. Do you agree? Did we miss something? Let us know in the comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe for more great videos from ArcadeCloud on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Take care, and game on.